Chelsea Sear here. I just wanted to get on and talk about adding, okay, and growing your network. So, as far as growing your network goes, the first thing that I want to kind of go over is why we add people, why we grow our network. Just because if you were to think about it and you were to think about if you were to, and like say you were to open up a store, okay, and you only invited your close friends and family that are on your Facebook now into your store, you got to think about would you make thousands of dollars just by inviting those people into your store? Probably not. So I know a lot of people when they first get started or before they get started, they say, I don't know anybody. And so they think that they won't be good at this just because they don't know anybody when they first come in. So that's why we teach how to grow your network, because there's a billion people on Facebook. We work in network marketing. So network marketing meaning growing your network. You want as many people in your store as you can. So you might start out with 100 friends like I did. I started out with 100 friends. I literally had, the people that I used to hang out with that weren't really there for me. They didn't really care about my business. They didn't believe in it. They, turned me down so many times. Some of them said nasty things to me about me just starting a business online because they were just ignorant and didn't understand, okay? So I grow my network because I want positive people in my life. I want people who are actually going to want either my products, who are going to want to support me, people who are going to want to make some extra money with me, people that I can actually help, okay, that aren't going to be, rude or whatever. So when I go to add people, I'm also deleting people and I'm flushing people out of my life who don't believe in me, don't care about my products, don't want anything to do with it. Maybe they're rude. Maybe they, don't give a crap about me. I'm deleting those people. And I always say everybody comes into your life for a season, a reason, or for life. So always remember that. Not everybody you have in your life right now is here to stay. They might have come in here to literally teach you something about yourself. They might have come in here just for a little while, for nothing really. So you got to always remember that. And if they're not making you happy, healthy, or wealthy, they don't deserve a spot in your life because you're worth way more than what you've been giving yourself. So make sure you surround yourself with those who are going to lift you up. And so when you're adding people, you're looking for people who are positive. You're looking for people who are excited, who, they might be going through something right now, but they're not willing to want to stay there. So if I'm adding people and I'm seeing people being negative on their Facebook, talking about, baby mama drama, or talking about how they hate their neighbor, or posting, stuff about just negative Nancy stuff, I delete them instantly. I don't want that negative stuff on my Facebook. I don't want to see that every single day. Not like I Facebook scroll anyways, but I don't want to see that every single day. I don't want to have that negativity in my life, and I definitely don't want to have a conversation with them if they're treating their spouse or their friends or their whoever like that. How are they going to treat me? You know what I mean? And I don't want to put myself through that. I don't need to put myself through that. So I don't keep anybody who's negative on my Facebook. Now, what I do is I grow my network and I grow as big as I can. I am consistently adding people every single day because your Facebook is going to be like a revolving door. You're going to have people coming in the door and going straight back out. You're going to have people going in the door and staying in your loop and loving it. And then you're going to have some people who are going to come in and they're going to, stay a little while and then they're going to go. So you're going to want to constantly be adding people, maxing out at your 5,000. And then, deleting the negative people, and people are going to start deleting you and blocking you or whatever. And you're going to be blocking people and deleting people constantly. So you want to keep that revolving door turning. And the only way to do that is clicking the add button over and over and over again, okay? So you want to set your goal every single day to add people. I personally add a lot of people because I'm constantly messaging people. And the people who are not even reading my messages, they're getting deleted. The people who are rude to me, they're getting blocked. The people who are, just just negative, they're getting deleted. It's a revolving door, okay? So I'm adding people consistently, and I'm adding a lot of people because I want to grow my business very fast. So what I'm doing is I'm adding anywhere between like 500 to 1,000 people a day, and I'm not doing that all at once, so don't get overwhelmed with it. I'm mainly doing 100 here, and then 100 there, and then 100 here, and 100 there. Okay, so like bright and early in the morning I add 300 people, and I'll explain in just a minute how I add people, but I add 300 people, and then, during the day, I'm going on little adding sprees where I'm adding 50 here. I'm waiting for Bailey to finish up on the potty or something, and I'm doing 50 here. Or I'm, watching a movie with Bailey, and I'm adding 100 here. And I just go on, and I set a goal for myself every single day. This is how many people I want to add. And it's okay that when you send 1,000 friend requests, you only get 100 that actually add you back. It's going to happen like that. People don't answer their messages right off the bat. People don't answer their friend requests right off the bat. So don't feel discouraged just because they don't add you right off the bat. Not everybody holds their phone on them 24/7. All right. So you're going to want to be consistently adding. Set your goal for yourself, set your pace for yourself. If you're going for big promotions, you're going to want to be adding more people so that you can get them inside your revolving door. If you are going for, say a smaller promotion, or maybe you just want your first 4 loyal customers, you're going to be adding, as many people as you can, but that suits your schedule and suits your goals. Okay. So I want to go over how I add now. So how I add is I have several different ways, and these are just little tips and tricks. One of the tips that I want to give you is never add from your friends you may know. Facebook likes to select people and put them in that friends you may know category so that you add people who have things in common with you. And they might have things in common with you, but it might end up being that It Works is what is in common with you, and you're going to be adding distributors left and right. And you can't sell, nor can you enroll a distributor. They're already in the company. They already sell the company. They already do the products just like you do, okay? So it's pointless to have any It Works distributors on your Facebook unless it is your downline, and maybe your upline if your upline adds you, okay? But you want to keep just your upline, like your enroller, obviously, and then you want to keep your your downline. Anybody who's on your downline who's working, keep them on your Facebook. Even if they're not working, they might come back eventually. So you want to keep your downline on your Facebook. Now, so don't try to add from friends you may know. Just take that off the plate. Don't even think about adding anybody on there, because you will get an It Works distributor, or you will get a distributor for a different company, or you will get someone who does online marketing already and wants nothing to do with anything, or you'll get someone who has something to do with like a loyal customer who's bought the products, who just talks about the products on their Facebook, okay? So you want to make sure you're not adding from there. Now, how I do add is one of the ways that I do add is I go to the ads on Facebook, and this is first Facebook specifically for adding. I go to Facebook, and I will go to the ads. I get a lot for like kids clothing and random clothing things, because I look up a lot because I shop online a lot. So you get random things, okay? I go to everyone who reacted with a heart on it. And I go down through and I add every single person that's on there. And I kind of add women a lot more than I add men, because I find that I get more results with women. I'm not opposed to men. However, I just get way more results, like way more women who actually message me back and want the products than men. And that's just my personal views. You can add men. It's totally up to you. So I go down through and I add as many people as I can. And boom, that's done. I usually count it as I'm going down, so I know that I'm meeting my goal. And I'm writing it down if I have to, how many I added this morning. And then the second way that I like to go and add people is I am in a couple of groups, like mom groups. I'm in groups for girls who drive trucks, because I drive a truck. I have dog mom groups. I have groups for raising girls. I have all that. And I will go on and I will add all the people who are in that group, provided it's okay with them. Even sometimes I just add them anyways, because we have something in common at that point. And then another way that I do it is I go to an event. Usually they're local events or events that are in like New Hampshire. Like I live in Maine, so like I get events from Maine, New Hampshire, and like Massachusetts because it's right in my area. So I'll go to an event page and I will see who's going to that event, and I will add every single person with the event. Like when the fairs go on, there's the event pages for the fair, so I will add everybody who's going to the fair so that I see these people out in public and they know that I'm a real person at that point, and they're watching me on Facebook too. So it's really cool. Now another way that I add people is I go to my search bar, and this is how I add people in specific areas. So I expand to specific states sometimes, because I want to expand to that state because that's where I want to travel someday. So what I do is I go and type in a random guy's name, and you can do it for guy, girl, whatever, but I type in a random guy's name usually, like Mike or Joe or John or whatever. And then I will refine the search to people. And then after I refine it to people, I will refine it to the city and state that I want to expand to. So say I'm expanding to, I don't know, Florida, I'll type in like Altamont Springs, Florida. Or if I'm expanding to, I don't know, Tennessee, I'll type in, just some random town in Tennessee. If I can't think of a town that's in that state, because obviously I'm not that smart with towns and cities and states in other and cities in other states, I go and Google it. I'm resourceful when it comes to that, and I go and Google the towns in different states, and then I'll pick a town and I'll just go for it. Or the specific, like say there's an attraction like Tennessee, I expand to a lot because Dollywood's in Tennessee. So I try to expand to the town that Dollywood is in or the surrounding towns around it. And is I want to take Bailey there someday. So that is like purposefully adding people in that area because I want to visit my team in that area. All right, so that's another way that you can add people is you go and click on a random person's name. Don't add them, but go to their friends list and add all their friends. That's the way that honestly works the best for me, but I know other people have their ways of adding. So here's a little bit of tips and tricks on how to add people. If you come up with any more, definitely shoot me a message and let me know because I'll add it, and I'll talk about that as well. So we're all in it together. And as far as adding people, grow your network. Get out there. Meet new people. I know it can be scary adding people sometimes, but honestly, you're on social media. Anybody can see your stuff anyways, whether they're friends with you on Facebook or not. So, or whether you think that they can or not. So grow your network as big as you can. And if you're afraid of, growing your network and getting people that you don't really want on your Facebook, there's a block button. You don't have to accept any friend requests that you don't want to. That's the beauty of working on social media, is that you don't have to continue talking to someone, or you don't have to see someone in person if you don't want to. So that's adding. So get out there and grow your network, guys.